Aguero's right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the picture shown in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
And you mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes.
Bukake! Bukake!
Woo! Good evening, friends. I hope everybody's doing well. It's great to see you guys. Oh man. Yes, Cherry is too sober for this, as we all are. Well, maybe not all of us. I am. I'm good. I'm absolutely well, I mean, I wouldn't say sober, but no alcohol for me, man. At least not until I get to Boston. Or at least until I get on the plane to Boston, where I'm at 39,000 feet at first class. Yes, folks, it's happening next Friday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. Aidan Carney will be his defense team, specifically the mighty one. Mark Betterow will be arguing the motion to disqualify Robert Cosgrove from this case. And if they don't get it, as Aidan explained in the bus stop live this morning, if they don't get that, well then I guess they'll argue the motion to dismiss. And if they don't get that, well, then they're going to trial. And it's very good for Aidan if they drop the charges, but it's also good for the McAlberts because and certain members of the Massachusetts State Police, because if it goes to trial, then there's going to be certain people that are going to be called to the stand, and that's going to be interesting. So either way, I look forward to it. Whatever it is, I look forward to it. I'm fucking here for it. So, but I would definitely prefer overall for the charges to just be dropped, and then we can all move on to more important things. Well, not even more important. I mean, what's more important than fighting for free speech? I don't think anything's more important than that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just, yeah. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of kick it and hang out. Not everything has to be an update, and not everything has to be a petty stream either. The hood boogers have been quiet. Yeah, they've been quiet. So there's nothing to actually really go over that I haven't gone over already. I'm not going to pick on people just to pick on them. We have to remember why we're here. Tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to basically celebrate the positives, some of the positives of this community. And I'm very excited. I was just texting with the creator of which we're going to cover. We're going to go over a little bit of tonight. Because I have not watched Microdot's newest video, even though I am subscribed to Microdot's Patreon, and I had early access to it, and I was like, oh, I want to see that. I didn't watch it because I wanted to wait until it was no longer fresh, and once he puts it out on YouTube, I like to give it a few days. I don't know if I'm on or off X. I got an email from there's some stuff I'm going to go over, but I got an email from X saying something about you can't go impersonating other people's shit, and I'm like, well, I'm not. But it's not even all that. Like, you don't talk to a real person. I got an email. It says, and it gave me the choice. You have to acknowledge this email. Yes, I confirm. Yes, I correct. Whatever. So I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because like I still use the same name, or a similar name to, and the thing is what's really funny is like the internet is full of these people. Like Twitter is full of these people who like use parody names and shit like that. Like, okay, but my shit got suspended. Okay. But I still can scroll through my original account. And I just saw something pretty interesting. So there's a post here. Let me see what this one is. And it's from a TV interview, so I don't want to play the TV interview, but there's a post here from some lady named Elaine, I guess. And it says here, whatever happened to Karen Reed had no criminal intent. Boston Defender, meaning David Yannetti, had no criminal intent. David Yannetti, who's Mike with the gravelly voice? We know you all know. If your client took responsibility for John O'Keefe's death, we wouldn't be here on X trying to get the truth out. We will continue to support the real victims, John O'Keefe's family, friends, and the witnesses. We aren't going anywhere. Nobody expects you to. We expect you to stick around while we prove to you beyond. We've already proven to you that Karen didn't do it, but we're going to prove to you that the very people that you defend are the ones responsible for John O'Keefe's death. So just stick around. Nobody wants you to leave, Elaine. Now, this has got to be the shortest comment, the shortest post ever written by Plevin. It's got to be. And I've never seen a post as as short as this from Plevin in my life. But real quick, I mean, people.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat.
How dare you?
Peaches 1982, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. So check this out. So this is Plevin's shortest response ever, I think. And it says here spaghetti. I guess that's his nickname for David Yannetti because that's really witty and creative, dude. Now Plevin isn't much better, but at least Plevin stuck. Like you will forever be Plevin. And the reason why, I'm going to go on a little tangent here that I never would have expected to ever go on, but I'm going to do it anyway. Miss Cameo's Middle School English, thank you so much. Genuinely excited for this for the call-in portion. Right on, cool. Me too, yeah. Because I am going to take some calls later on. But yeah, Plevin. The thing is, Plevin stuck. Like it caught on. It caught on. And there was a reason behind it because I remember dude kept calling me Bill. It's really annoying. You know, it's like talking to me like he's some dude trying to get in my mom's pants when I was a fucking little kid. You know what I mean? Hey, Bill, how we doing, slugger? You know what I mean? Shit got on my nerves. So I was like, what if I fucking called you Plevin? I don't know. That's not my fucking name, dude. I don't go by Bill. So fucking, that's not my name. So what if I fucking called you Plevin? And then it stuck. Everybody started calling him Plevin. So I don't have anything against the name Bill. I just don't fucking go by it, you know? And so that's the thing is nobody listens to this fucking guy. You know, you're not creative. You're not cute. You know what I mean? Like nobody gives a fuck that you fucking call David Yannetti spaghetti. Like you sound fucking retarded. Like it's spaghetti, you know, like, ooh, sick burn. Are you kidding? Like the dude just beat an entire local government in court. And he's sitting around going, well, I don't like that at all. Who is this guy Plevin? This guy they call Plevin just called me spaghetti? I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. You know, I find it really, really, really odd that he thinks that calling me spaghetti would somehow... You're not getting to David Yannetti, bro. Like you're not we call him the cerebral ninja for a reason, bro, because like, dude, he's not even going to look your way by calling him spaghetti, but he does look your way. We'll get to that in a second. Amy McCabe, thank you so much. I have wanted to know why he was called that for so long, but didn't want to ask that. Thank you for finally telling me. Yeah, that's how he got the name Plevin. Yours truly. You're welcome. Plevin's welcome. He's welcome. He'll always be Plevin. And the worst thing that he could come up to call me is the grifter. Like, okay. All right. Yannetti's probably like, I'm sorry, who is Plevin? What's up, Mazamedia, homie? So this is the shortest fucking response. So he says spaghetti has blocked me for posting truths he doesn't like. In his mind, the trial is over. All is fair in love and lawfare. They won, move on. But he's still doing interviews, and Karen and Jackson are all over the media. More importantly, it is really true. Okay, let's pause right there. But he's still doing interviews, and Karen and Jackson are all over the media. Okay, so apparently Plevin's issue here is hold on. Hold on.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat.
How dare you.
Thank you so much. Bitch, please. Will, excellent job singing Cool Rider. If it's cool enough, he could burn me through and through. Whoa, whoa. Fuck yeah, bro. That is my shit. Fucking Grease 2. Fucking watching Grease 2 again soon, too. It's fucking happening. I might watch that shit tonight. Shit's amazing. Proctorial misconduct. Thank you so much. Here's a grift for you in Princess Plevin's name. Hand on my heart. I thought that was his name. That's because it is. You're welcome, Plevin. It is your name. Know thy enemy. Plevin seems like a guy who has really bad foot. Thank you, know thy enemy. Plevin seems like a guy who has really bad foot odor. The kind that would end a marriage in bitter divorce. Only an arranged marriage. Only an arranged one. Because he's not getting past, like, he's not, you know what I mean? Like, the second that he, like, is in a comfortable situation and those fucking feet become exposed to the environment, nobody's marrying him. You know what I mean? Like, he haunts an attic. He haunts an attic right now. Like, he does appearances on Court TV as an apparition haunting an attic. It's a thing. It's weird. I'll never fucking, like, I'll never see anything like this again in my life, bro. Like, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to be that guy who fucking is dying for a comic book adaptation of, what do you call it? A live action comic book adaptation. And it's going to fall short. And I'm going to be mad. Because what's going to happen with this Turtle Boy movie is they're going to drop the ball, dude. Like, I fucking feel it. They are not going to put much emphasis on Plevin. They're not going to put much emphasis on Grant. And this is going to be a problem, okay? If this turns out to be anything that's not a fucking comedy, I am going to be pissed. I am going to be mad. Like, I want a Plevin side spin-off franchise from this shit. That's what I want. A Grant and Plevin spin-off franchise from this shit. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hell yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you, dude. Okay? So, like, Plevin, yeah, it's not going to be fair. It's not going to do Turtle Boy. You're going to be doing Turtle Boy an injustice by not depicting Plevin as an apparition that haunts an attic who makes Court TV appearances throughout the first trial. That is going to be an injustice to Turtle Boy. You're not going to tell his story correctly if you fail to do this, Turtle Boy movie makers. Do you understand? Oh, shit. Hold on a second. I think something's happening live. I'm verifying that I'm human. Um, Sorry, guys. It's allowing me to do like a new Twitter thing, and I was in the middle of going over something. All right. So my first like after my suspension is lifted is to Mazamedia's post. I love it. I love it. I'm back on, baby. I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. All right, so I'm back on X, folks. My suspension has been lifted. Well, not my original, but my my second one. Brian LTL Hair Club president and client, you hold the handle of the day title still. Will, you're just jelly of my FOIA request in my Movado watch. I discovered Enrique too. Shut up. It's fucking funny. Oh my god. Okay. Let me get back into because I gotta find that fucking okay. Okay, here we go. All right, we're back to where we were. All right. Spaghetti has blocked me for posting truth. So he says he's implying here, but he's still doing interviews, and Karen and Jackson are still all over the media. So he's implying here that because they're making media appearances, that they don't believe that the trial is over and that they still feel the need to defend Karen's case, which is absolute bullshit. That's just some bullshit, pathetic Plevin attempts to fucking be manipulative, but Plevin's too stupid to be that manipulative and pull it off. And he's definitely not going to pull that shit off with the cerebral ninja. That's just never going to happen. So here he is. And he's trying to imply that, because they're still doing, it's because, dude, there's money to be made, bro. And there's still corruption. And the people responsible for John O'Keefe's death are still out there, bro. The people responsible for the death of Boston police officer John O'Keefe are still at large, sir. Okay? So therefore, they feel the need to make these appearances. Karen, Alan Jackson, David Yannetti. If Bob Alessi ends up making more appearances, which I think he plans to do at some point, Aiden, they're making a movie about him. Yeah, man, there's still a lot to fight. Still a fight here, dude. We're still in a fight. What do you think? If it was just about, see, he's trying to make something mean what it isn't, and he's trying to use misdirection, and it's pathetic, really, because the fact is that he's trying to act like, oh, well, Karen still feels the need to defend herself. That's not the case. Karen still feels the need to hold the people who killed John O'Keefe accountable. That's the difference. The fight's not over for Karen. The fight's not over for Alan Jackson. The fight's not over for David Yannetti when it comes to doing what he can. And if it means making a TV appearance to talk about the corruption that he experienced directly, well, there you go. Cosgrove's lost loafer. Yannetti is our whole bowl of spaghetti. Love you, Will. Love you too. Thank you so much. Now, let me go on here. It says here, more importantly, is it really true that all is fair in love and lawfare? Does any tactic go? They ran a media campaign to corrupt the jury pool. And he put an exclamation point there. They obtained improper federal help improper federal help and wasted no chance to trumpet that investigation in court. Again, so they could corrupt the jury pool. Spaghetti needs to be accountable. See, now this is why nobody even engages. Anybody who's even worth a shit even bothers engaging with this dickhead as far as like arguing about details of the case. Like he keeps it clearly by what he's saying here. He just refuses to know the truth. He refuses to understand, or he refuses to acknowledge the simple explanation here. They ran a media campaign to corrupt the jury pool. That's fucking retarded. The only evidence that a jury pool was corrupted was in the first trial, because there's no fucking way that with the case that Lally presented, that any jury of any common sense was going to convict Karen Read unanimously. There was no fucking way. On top of that, the only suspicion of corruption in that jury pool was the fact that Fanning was in charge of that jury pool. You want to talk about improper? See, he just doesn't want to acknowledge things like this. He wants to act like, oh, that's no big deal. That's nothing. And then say that, and then he wants to, and that, which brings me to the next example he gives, is which is an improper, how did he word that? Let me see this. Improper federal help, obtained improper federal help. Dude, they subpoenaed the feds, bro. There was a 3,100-page TUI report from an independent investigation that had nothing to do with them. They were investigating Michael Morrissey in the Norfolk County DA's office, dickhead. There was a 3,100-page document. Of course, they're going to subpoena the very fucking experts who tested and concluded that Karen Read could not have hit John O'Keefe with her SUV, and John O'Keefe was not struck with an SUV. There was no way. And nobody wants to like acknowledge, like this dude wants to act like, oh, the facts matter. Like, dude, you disregard 90% of the facts. And then you have an excuse for the other 10. Again, so they could corrupt the jury pool. Spaghetti needs to be accountable. And then, so remember, he started this off saying Spaghetti has blocked me for posting truths he doesn't like, saying that the cerebral ninja blocked Plevin for posting truths he doesn't like. But the cerebral ninja chimes in here, okay? And he says, yet another lie. I have not blocked anyone on X, including you. You just never got a response from me because I don't respect you. Sorry to hurt your feelings. This is why I love David so much, bro. Like, that dude is just like, I'm telling you, he comes in and he slices. Like what he did right there, like a comment like that, you visualize a fucking ninja, and all you see is his fucking eyes, and he's standing in front of you, and your brain falls apart as he's staring at you, dude, because he just fucking sliced it up without you even knowing about it. He just wanted to see the look in your eyes as your brain fell apart. Ugh. That's like metaphorically how I see David Yannetti and how he fucking handles shit. Ever since before the first trial. Ever since. The dude is a master at arguing. Like, oh, dude, like I am so fucking stoked. Let me see what the comments are here. Wait, why can't I? There we go. I gotta like that shit, of course, because I can now, and I gotta repost that shit. Yeah, I got it. Let's see what the responses are. I want to see the comments. So Nurse Kim, Nurse Kim's like, swish, baby. I love it. You're a class act as always, Mr. Yannetti. Jen Mass says that. Shazlik, this lady sucks. I can't believe she's still a thing. Okay, but tell us more about Mike. Nobody gives a fuck about Mike. Nobody gives a fuck about Mike. And for some reason, this is a dig at the Cerebral Ninja. Like this is supposed to be a dig. This is a man emotional because he just fucking fought the fight of his fucking life in a courtroom. Everything that he ever fucking trained for, everything that he ever worked for, everything that he ever achieved was to fucking prepare himself for that fight. And he just fucking won. And look how young he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be somehow a dig at this great man. That's supposed to be somehow embarrassing to this man that he shed tears of joy when the sweet sound of the fruits of his hard work, not guilty, just rang. The sound of a roaring crowd that have been supporting Karen for the last 2 fucking years. Followed by the sound of the PP getting booed. I'm trying to tell you people, dude, like, this is supposed to be some kind of dig at this man. Fuck out of my face. Hold on a second here. Look at this idiot. Tulu says, Yannetti, you are making yourself look like an idiot. Oh, that's right. You are a lying piece of shit who has blood on his hands from Karen's trial. Fuck you and go away. This is so creative right here. This is just fucking brilliant right here, bro. Like, this is just fucking brilliant. And I'm only giggling at the stupidity. Like, a grown man made this. Bill McIntyre. Let me see something real quick, folks. Let me see if I can add. Dude, I could totally fucking do that. Bro, I'm live on X right now, bitches. I'm live on X. I love it. Hold on. Let me go through X real quick. Let me see what else is there, because now I can see it. Like, I could search for shit. It's fantastic. And Aiden reposted this from the Cerebral Ninja. Let's see here. It's a reply. So here's the thing with Mr. Betterow. I don't want to spend too much time on that. We all read Betterow's, and you know, he's going through it, man. I don't know what it is, but you know, I know Betterow, and I know his heart, and I know his mind, and I feel like he fucking needed to fucking tell people how stupid they fucking are. But I love that the Cerebral Ninja had his back. I love that he had his back. Says that's the problem, Mark. This is their hobby. Their lives are so empty that they have to insert themselves into a case that has nothing to do with them, and they post the same self-righteous drivel over and over again. It's sad, and I feel sorry for these poor people. And then Joss says, the Karen Reed case had nothing to do with me, but I spent time and money to support you guys. I guess that was a mistake then? Okay, noted. I'll find something else to fill my empty life. Now, I get how this person took that. But I feel like the way I look at that is if I were an insecure person, then I would take offense to that. But I'm not an insecure person. And maybe it's because David Yannetti has shook my hand and expressed gratitude to me several times. So maybe that's why. But I get that the way this is worded was also in a place of anger, because I think that Mr. Yannetti saw that there was emotion charging Mr. Bettero's tweet here, and it made him a bit emotional. And I understand that. I got a little pissed off when I read Bettero's tweet. I don't like to see good people upset. I don't like to see that. So, I like to see shitty people upset. That shit gets me off. I love that shit. But good people, I don't like to see that. And so, of course, David kind of understands. It seems like he understands how that was worded. And he says, no. It is one thing to fight for the innocence of a wrongly accused woman. That is noble and speaks to a higher calling. That is the opposite of an empty life. Now that is beautiful. That's not him going, hey. No. That's not what I meant. No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean you guys. He didn't do that. He made it clear that that's not even where his mind was. His mind didn't even enter that area, because he was already putting people like us at a place that was fucking righteous. Fighting for an innocent woman, and for those who are framing her to be held accountable, is noble. And he acknowledges this. He understands this. This is different. This is that's not even in the same. We're not even looking at these people like this. You know what I'm saying? And he says it's quite another to spend all your time on the internet attacking the people who helped to free her. After the case is done, such they are essentially just whining about an outcome that they don't like. That is sad. I thought it was obvious, in light of my many public statements on the issue, that my post was not meant for our supporters, who are all heroes in my view. Sorry for the confusion. And let's see how this Joss person responds. In my opinion, two things can be true. I supported and still support Karen, but after what Aiden said about her, I stopped supporting him. Jesus Christ. My eyes, he destroyed the movement with his behavior. I still think he shouldn't go to jail. But this is everything nice I could say. But that everything nice I could say. That's everything nice I could say about him. Now, this is just somebody who just couldn't just accept. Like, David could not have been more graceful with that response. He couldn't have been more empathetic. He couldn't have been more, I mean, he couldn't have been more complimentary. That was a flawless response to a misunderstanding. A flawless response. The only thing that a decent person would respond to that is, I apologize for the misunderstanding as well. At most, you could see where it's coming from, you know, but like, yeah, sorry about that. Like, of course, we love you, Mr. Yannetti. I guess I just misunderstood. That's how hard is that? I mean, the humility and like, he made it seem like we did all the fighting. Like, he didn't fucking do it in a courtroom. He made it seem like it was all us with that comment, you know? And let me tell you guys something, man. In a way, those guys do believe that shit. Like, I've sat there and I've had fucking heart to hearts with people, with these attorneys, you know, even just for a brief moment where they're just like, what you guys are doing is like, you have no idea how important it is and how grateful we are for it. David has done that so many times. Bob, Alan, I'm telling you. And, you know, like, I mean, I guess I mean, that lady doesn't know, I guess. Okay, fine. But like, he couldn't have been more clear. you see what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't have been more clear. This thing, like, the only way to improve on this response is fucking look, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it justice right now. If I can find it, give me 1 second here. If I can find it. God, it's such a pain in the ass to find some of these. Here we go. I'm going to read it again.
No. It is one thing to wrongly accuse someone. That is noble and speaks to a higher
Calling that is the opposite of an empty life. It is quite another to spend all of your time on the internet attacking the people who helped to free her. After the case is done, such they are essentially just whining about an outcome that they didn't like. That is sad. I thought it was obvious in light of my many public statements on the issue that my post was not meant for our supporters, who are all heroes in my view. Sorry for the confusion. That's it. Like, how hard? I mean, that's how I heard that shit in my head, bro. But this lady had to be an asshole and drag Turtle Boy into it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just an asshole and predictable move, too, of somebody who just wants to fucking argue. If I'm David and I read that after I wrote that, and then I read that response, I'm just going, okay. That's it. I'm moving on with my day. Like, that's it. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm going, and I send that and I'm like, boom, there we go. I hope that, you know, I hope that makes her feel better, man. You know? And and then she responds to that, and then you just go, oh, fuck it. You know? And then go on with your day, bro. Like, unreal. Let's see what Shawnee Sean said here.
You can see the missing pieces already right there.
See, I love Twitter for that. I hate Twitter
right
for
there.
everything else. Like, nobody. Oh God, it's so annoying. Everyone wants to fucking whine to David Yannetti about Turtle Boy. God, so stupid. Now, I got to search here for a second, dude. Oh, why can't I search anybody now? That's... This is really annoying. Because now I still can't search for people. That's really annoying. I wonder why I can't do that. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, that's petty stream stuff. I'm not going over that. There's some people, man, I just don't get it, dude. Oh yeah, there was a couple of other things I wanted to go over. I don't want to see. Sorry. They didn't post it. All right. So yeah, I can't search it. That's really annoying. Like I'm just hoping to find something that I reposted. Oh yes, here we go. All right. I want to go over some of the latest of these. Fervent is awesome. I really like Fervent. Follow Fervent on X. And it's Fervent Hosp. I'll copy and paste it. So if you're on X, follow Fervent. And let me show you guys this real quick. All right.
We've explored the most remote regions of Vermont in search of America's most wanted dog, Chloe. Now we have good reason to believe Chloe is residing at this very farm. Let's ask some questions.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you by any chance holding a German Shepherd mix named Chloe here at this farm?
Ain't no Chloe here.
Then who is that?
Wow.
Here are Chloe's papers.
She's smart. She changed her name. She's always one step ahead of us.
Damn it!
Think this was her? She's like the Zodiac. She tends to leave clues at the scene.
Okay, great.
Press play.
All right.
Hey Brian, you forgot about me. Getting so bored on this farm all day. It's Chloe, I'm so far away. On that note, why they changed my name? Up in Vermont,
He's got the whole song here.
I'm so alone.
Here's the whole song.
Feeling like a stray. Hey, Brian, I told you, you could have blamed it on me. I forgot about me. Getting so bored on this farm all day. It's Chloe, I'm so far away.
Beautiful.
On that note, why they changed my name?
I fucking love this shit.
Up in Vermont, there's nothing to do the fall and keep you all safe. But Nico, you forgot about me. I'm so bored on this farm all day. It's Cora, I don't like that name. Do you know how we can make it go away? And I look out the window, hoping to see your face. But it turns out you went and moved to Maine. I could have stayed with Kaylin and played. But now I'm staring at this grass for days. And Brian, you forgot about me. They wanna blame me for the pig DNA. It's Chloe, please don't say Cora. I'm nearly 10 years old. Why would a day you change my name?
Fantastic. Fantastic. You need to subscribe. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Fervent. Let's find more stuff. Let's find more Fervent stuff. And then we're going to go over Microdot's new video. All right. We're celebrating. Look at this shit.
I'll be seeking re-election.
Let's watch this one. I think I've seen this one. I think I've gone over this one. Let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway.
Following the announcement that Michael Morrissey will not be seeking re-election, that officially makes him eligible for the Fervent Hall of Corruption class of 2026. And it's no surprise he has emerged as the favorite to take home the prestigious Golden Taillight Award for biggest piece of shit. Let's see why he's such a favorite by looking at this highlight reel. Miss Gilman, if you could. Now, this is his masterpiece. Just a wonderful piece of corruption here. A tape that will be studied by future corrupt leaders nationwide. About 14 ethical violations in this 5-minute video alone. Hall of Fame numbers. Sprinkle in about a handful of provable lies, and you have the chef's kiss, of impropriety. The first trial ends in a mistrial. Shout out Judge Cannoni for not polling the jury nor accepting a partial verdict. Great corruption on her part. Now, what an ethical DA would do is perhaps realize that they didn't have the evidence to convict and just cut their losses and move on. But not my Mikey. He decides to shell out more taxpayer dollars to bring in a ringer. And not just any ringer. Let's bring in the guy that defended Whitey Bulger. That'll make the community trust this prosecution even more.
Yeah.
And now we get to the worst of them all. A young woman, a woman who is part of the Police Explorers program, is found dead in a Canton apartment.
Wow.
And all you have is the footage of the potential culprit entering the facility minutes before the incident and leaving the facility minutes after the incident, plus 32,000 text messages showing the nefarious relationship between them, the FBI conducting its own investigation, and handing you a case on a silver platter. And
now, it's really funny how Plevin just acts like these are not the reasons why the FBI would look into Michael Morrissey's office. That it was Karen in her team and some inappropriate fucking, some inappropriate quid pro quo bullshit. Like, get out of my face with that, dude. Like what do you? Why you? Nobody takes Plevin seriously because he chooses to ignore these things. It's ridiculous.
And what did you do with that silver platter? You sent it back to the chef. Oh, you want to implicate a cop? Not on Meatball's watch. All right, let's go to the big board. Let's see where DraftKings has these odds right now. And yep, no surprise that Michael Morrissey is holding firm as the strong favorite. minus 400 to take home the award this year. However, a lot of sharp money coming in on Michael Proctor at plus 275. Remember, he is eligible for the class of 2026 because his career in law enforcement is over. So you can expect some of his phone data will be coming out this year. Depending on what is in that phone data, we may have an upset on our hands this year. Also, another candidate has thrown his name in the hat, Michael Cox, who will demote you if you don't do the right thing. He also stepped down from his position, making him eligible for this award. It's shaping up to be a tight race, people, but don't worry, you can follow it every step of the way right here on Fervent. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Fervent is fantastic, dude. We love Fervent so far. Let's find some more. Let's find some more. And Fervent did the new intro for Emily C. Oh yeah, he's showing me love because I showed Fervent some love. Appreciate that. Let's see. I'm good at this. But this is fucking brilliant. This is like Fervent just might be and I hope this is some juice that fucking that like this puts some gas in Fervent's tank, man, for real. Like I could see Fervent being like the humor equivalent to Microdots. I swear to God. Like I could see Fervent just being like the comedy equivalent to Microdots as a fucking creator. I could see it happening. Totally. They're not quite there yet. I stand by that. Definitely like Fervent's brilliant. Like this shit is fucking hilarious. I stand by that shit. I'm fucking good at this. But this is fucking brilliant. All right. Shut up. All right, let's see this. This. All right.
Here to stay. After all, I am a... All right, welcome everybody. It's me again, back by not so popular demand. I'm starting to get the hang of this streaming thing, so I might be here to stay. After all, I am a First Amendment guy. Karen Reed had her
I love this shit.
son. I figure, why not make 2026 about me? Check it out. I got this soundboard. Look.
Damn, Chris, you're looking rough.
Sorry, wrong clip. Here we go.
Where my pizza at? I ordered 45 minutes ago.
All right, who fucked with my soundboard? Let's open up the phone lines, because that's why we're here.
This is amazing.
To listen to some perfectly sane people defend some alleged conspirators. All right, first one up. Let's see. Let's go with someone with the handle Physics AG. Physics AG, you're on the line with Canton's favorite selectman. How we doing tonight?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm here right now. Chris, I'm such a big fan. I've been following your career since Peter Berger, so I'm sorry if I come across flustered. I just want to say that I find it ridiculous that people actually believe that Brian Albert is capable of doing something so heinous.
Look at this lady, bro.
Like, all you have to do...
Like, I know homeboy went on Chat GPT and was just like, let me fucking like, yo, can you please create an image with a lady with a dirty ass shirt, Cheeto powder all over her shirt, and bag of Cheetos and a bunch of cats and messy apartment. It's fucking fantastic. I fucking love this shit. This is so good.
Is look at the waterfall footage, which I did on the Trial channel, who does just incredible work, by the way, a master of their craft.
Agreed.
But did you see how tenderly he was caressing Brian Higgins' ass? I saw that video and I was like, that's like when the light bulb went off for me. Like, that man is so gentle and so caring, and he couldn't hurt
Oh
a
my
fly.
fucking God, dude.
I mean, I'm a married woman, and I found myself like, man, why doesn't my husband touch me like that? Anyway, I do hope and pray that Colin can find the strength
Holy
necessary
shit.
to roll out of bed this morning. Have a great night, Chris.
Okay, then.
Thank you for that. And yeah, I agree. See, guys? These FKR trolls, they think we're all just a bunch of caricatures. Nothing further from the truth. We are normal moms. We are normal dads. We are normal alleged conspirators. And our supporters are all perfectly
Normal
sane
alleged
people.
conspirators.
So with that, let's take our next call. Actually, it's a video submission. Let's see what this well-adjusted person has to say.
Hey, kids, I'm back for just a minute. I got a message out there for you, Aiden Carney. All right, my message is this.
Aiden
friggin' dude, I'm not taking a charge. All right? I'm not taking the charge. I'm not going to take a charge for you. I can't have it, but I'll tell you this. Prison's the safest place for you.
Hell yeah, dude. You go kill that mother.
This is fucking great. This is so good.
Disclaimer. We do not endorse physical threats of violence toward any witness in any legal matter, especially for that terrifying blogger known as Turtle Boy, who we still claim to be deathly afraid of. Thank you. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Next up, let's take a call from someone I've never seen before, actually. I'm curious to see what she has to say. Lemonly P? Is that it? Lemonly P, you're on the line.
First, I want to say that even though we at Drama Free is the life for me do not condone anything about this Spaces, we're actually really glad that you're doing
so
it.
good.
After seeing Kerry Roberts on the Four Girls Room and hearing more about Jen doing some Inception level science in Kerry's brain, the more you guys talk, the better. Also, while I'm here, where do you all think the 47 taillight pieces were in Gallagher's leaf blower video? How come he didn't find one piece?
Not
Isn't it
one.
weird that he found a clear cocktail glass, but nothing else? And speaking of glass, where do you think that glass on Karen's bumper came from? You know, the one that didn't match anything else found at the scene? Do you think Proctor wants to come on the Spaces with us? Can one of you call him? And also, since the Commonwealth's medical examiner didn't think that John got hit by a car, what do you guys think happened?
Cut her off. Cut her off. I can't. I thought I could, but I can't. This is classic FKR, okay? They all do the same thing, which is list out a bunch of facts and relevant questions, and they expect us to just listen. It's delusional. You want to know
Or
what happened
answer
to Mr.
them.
Nebacracker?
Be nice to have an answer.
I got 2 words for you. No, it's not do it. It's Trooper Paul. Go back and watch his testimony. And when you do it on the Trial Channel. Want to review all the inconsistencies in our testimonies?
Amazing.
Trial Channel is the place to go. Subscribe now. Unfortunately, I got to dip out of here. My son has sustained yet another knuckle injury. But fear not, I have someone who's going to take over for me.
This is
Someone
so good.
all about facts and logic. A lot of people say that our streams are the cure for insomnia. They won't be saying that after this guy. He's the smartest guy I know. He writes like Shakespeare, but thinks like Trooper Paul. It's the anonymous Lord, Kevin Lenahan.
It's Plevin.
Hey, what do I know? I'm not a lawyer. I'm just
Go
a bartender.
boy.
I wouldn't know. But one of the really cool things that's happening today is you can have an active dialogue with ChatGPT, and you can learn so much from these proceedings. And I'm also going to bring on Caroline Erskine. I'm going to bring her onto the show. We've always had respectful and insightful dialogue. So even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still have a meaningful
Go boy.
discussion. Not like the Turtle Tods.
Go Boys Plevin is amazing.
Seem to attack, and they just launch into these visceral attacks based on zero evidence, and that's because of their leader, the Turtle Boy,
Zero
Turtle
evidence.
Boy himself, Aiden Kearney.
Wait, by the way, I just ordered a pizza from D&E and the delivery
Wow.
driver slipped and fell in my driveway and landed right on his knuckles. I was wondering if I can get a refund.
Wow, dude. Fucking fantastic, dude. And Amazing. Fantastic. All right, folks. We've come to that point. We're going to watch the newest Microdots. We're going to shift the mood a little bit, folks, because I've been dying to watch this. So, karma, people. Now, remember, I pause and I give commentary. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass. Stop what you're doing right now, though, and go and give this video a like if you have not watched this and done it already. I'll give you guys some time. I'm going to drop it in here again. Give you guys a little incentive too. Here we go. There you have it, folks. People, karma, how Michael Proctor ruined his life.
I like to play with things before annihilation.
Get him, Richie.
On January 29th, 2022, Michael Proctor made a conscious choice that would change his life forever. One made in arrogance, under the belief that the badge would shield him from consequence. From that moment, he was on a path to total self-destruction. We will explore the hours leading up to that decision, starting very early in the morning.
Sergeant Buchanan called me at approximately 6:48. I contacted Detective Lank from Canton Police Department to see exactly what transpired in the morning.
What do you think it could have been that came through that window? Well, that was what I was about to ask you. Or did I ask you that already?
Firefighter Flamati informed me that Mr. O'Keefe had some injuries to his right arm, some abrasions to his right arm, some injuries to his eyes, a cut to the nose area, and he put a 10% chance of survival for Mr. O'Keefe.
It's approximately 7:50 a.m. Over at 34 Fairview, the Canton police complete their first search. They head back to the station with 6 solo cups containing blood samples and...
Wow. Real quick, sorry guys. Donna sent me a $10 Venmo. Thank you so much. And it just says luxury. Yes, I love it. Yes, all Venmo and Cash Apps and PayPals will be going towards my full comfort to traveling in luxury to Boston next weekend. So it is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Pieces of shattered cocktail glass. Inside the home, The family aligned on a single strategy.
Hell
The
yeah,
option
first
of blaming Karen had suddenly presented itself. The idea could only have originated with Jen, who saw the taillight.
Exactly.
And was relaying the whole story to Brian. When she
Not only did Jen see the taillight, Karen asked, did I hit him? I truly believe that Jen McCabe quarterbacked this whole cover-up.
told him that Karen didn't remember dropping off John, they couldn't believe their luck. A far better option than shrugging their shoulders when John's body was eventually found beneath the snow. For about an hour, they considered the risk and whether or not it would actually work. At 9 o'clock, Jen McCabe calls officers Lank and Gallagher back to 34 Fairview. They had already questioned her, but she suddenly remembered Reed saying something like, "I hope I didn't hit him," while the three women were out looking for John. That remark to Lank would later be embellished into Karen saying the words, "I hit him," multiple times. But at that early hour, Jen had only just met Kerry Roberts and had no way of knowing whether Kerry might challenge it. As she indoctrinated Kerry, the lies would grow bolder. But calling Lank back to make incriminating statements about Karen is the first indication of the McAlberts advancing their narrative. The decision had been made by Brian Albert. Karen was going down for the accidental murder of John O'Keefe.
We got authorization to use our personal vehicles that are four-wheel drive and to meet at Canton PD and to speak with the responding officers.
Michael Proctor drives 1 mile to the Canton police station.
Spoke with the Sergeant Sean Good. While he was on scene, he identified Kerry Roberts, Jennifer McCabe, Karen Reed. He also informed us that Jennifer McCabe was out early in the night at a waterfall bar in Canton with some individuals. That she was the one who called 911 when they found Mr. O'Keefe in the snow that morning.
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
Now, from the Canton police station, where did you and Sergeant Mechanic go?
The McCabe's house in Canton.
At 10:55 a.m., Proctor arranges a meeting with Matt and Jen McCabe. Although the officers are in an ideal setting, close by, they do not request that Matt and Jen come to their current location, the Canton police station, for their interviews. Nor do they drive to Matt and Jen's location at 34 Fairview Road, where they could have conducted multiple witness interviews, examined the crime scene, and viewed the interior of the home.
Right.
Instead, everyone travels to the McCabe residence, a tactical move to shift the focus and distance the investigation away from the property.
Right.
As of this moment,
I mean, what else
it's
could that
unclear
be?
what they knew, because we don't know what's been relayed to them in person or on phone calls. But Jennifer and Matt were ready to bring them into the circle with their new narrative. Everyone would be on the same page. Brian was coming too. He has been present for every police interview so far, and Jen was nervous to speak to detectives without him.
We spoke with Matthew and Jennifer McCabe, as well as Brian Albert.
Presumably, Jen described her true recollection of events as they related to Karen Reed. Because in order to weave a convincing cover story, they would need to understand, to some degree, key aspects of what occurred. However, the truth about what happened to John inside the house until he was found outside was likely left very vague. It would be up to Brian Albert and Michael Proctor to figure out how, from a law enforcement point of view, to make it cut and dry. In order to secure an arrest warrant, they needed two things: a witness who claimed to have heard a confession. For now, that was Jen. And physical evidence directly tying Karen to the scene. Because without it, they have no case. All they needed to do was locate the SUV and get it back to the Canton Sallyport. But before they could proceed, one critical detail had to be checked.
After the interviews at the McCabe household, Sergeant Buchanan and I traveled to Good Samaritan Hospital.
Proctor and Buchanan needed to study John's wounds for one reason only, to determine whether the damage could be passed off as a pedestrian strike. Because if not, this entire plan won't work.
What's up, Fervent?
At 12:48 p.m., Michael Proctor calls Jen McCabe for 1 minute and 9 seconds. He had just left her house. Now they're communicating again. And approximately 2 minutes after she hangs up the phone, she deletes the screenshot she took at 6:08 a.m.
Right.
Brian Albert's contact card.
Oops.
She had provided Brian's phone number to someone. Now she's deleting it after hanging up with Proctor. This points to Jen being instructed by Proctor to simply delete incriminating interactions from her phone, with assurances that Trooper Guarino wouldn't pursue their recovery. Which he didn't.
Guarino!
Exactly like what occurred in the Birchmore investigation.
That's totally what happened in the Birchmore investigation.
We knew Miss Reed was there receiving treatment for Section 12. They had formed up. She was released prior to our arrival.
At 1:24 p.m., Jen McCabe calls Michael Proctor yet again. They speak for 1 minute, 42 seconds.
We wanted to view Mr. O'Keefe.
They checked John's injuries, primarily to make sure the car accident story would hold up. They saw what everyone else saw, the appearance of an animal attack and no bruises. A man who looked severely beaten. They knew they had a problem, but they'll try to make it work. This will all get buried when Karen accepts responsibility.
To hell with the medical evidence. Karen Reed was going to be charged because that's what you had decided to do, correct?
Objection.
Interesting.
This was his chance to step off the ride. He could have acknowledged that the wounds alone ruled out a vehicle strike. Instead, he pressed forward, later attempting to influence the medical examiner's conclusions, to fit his theory. But she refused. So he labeled her
a whack job.
A whack job.
So after we viewed Mr. O'Keefe's body, we observed a pile of clothes in the corner that hospital staff had cut off Mr. O'Keefe. We observed one black sneaker with the Nike logo, a pair of blue jeans, a belt, boxer shorts, an orange t-shirt, and a two-tone gray light kind of hooded sweatshirt type material.
Trooper Michael Proctor did not send John's clothes to the forensic lab immediately. Instead, the chain of custody officially began when the items were delivered to the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab on March 14, 2022. Completely unaccounted for 6 weeks.
One of your responsibilities is to make sure that chain of custody is maintained throughout the entirety of the investigation, all the way up to a courtroom, correct?
Yes.
Where's the log of those items being booked into evidence?
There was a chain of custody from when they entered the DA's office, and then when Trooper DeChico created a label for them, but also put them in a secure facility.
Can you show me where that is?
I'm not the evidence office. I don't have that.
I see. So you didn't bring a log with you of any sort concerning the chain of custody of these items, correct?
No.
The log was never produced for the defense because it was never real. Proctor knows this. An oath is just a formality to him, one more obstacle to step over. He is ready to tell 1,000 lies without hesitation, convinced that a guilty verdict will solve all of his problems.
Does a physical log exist starting from January 29th, 2022 to today?
Yes.
Where's that physical log, sir?
He freezes.
I'm not an evidence officer, so I don't know how that. Yeah, so I don't know how that's generated.
Right. So as a case officer, you have no idea where an evidence log is that has something as insignificant as, I don't know, the victim's clothing.
Yeah, gee.
The fact of the matter is, the evidence log attendant to this case regarding those clothing items starts on March 14th when they were taken to the crime lab.
Now that they have evaluated John's injuries, it was time to find Karen Reed. He calls her at approximately 2:20 p.m. He identifies himself as the lead investigator of the case. But the primary goal of the call was to confirm the location of her Lexus SUV, which he learned was with her at her parents' home. At that moment, all he had was what Jen McCabe had told him, and injuries that did not align with a vehicular strike. Yet he was already making arrangements to seize the Lexus without seeing it, because now he was short on time. And Tully was already holding off the second search, waiting for confirmation from Proctor that they were returning with her vehicle. A trip to Dighton hadn't been planned. Time was now the enemy. They needed to report up the chain at Mass State Police that they had evidence pointing to a suspect, or else they'd start asking questions, and this could all go sideways. They immediately left the hospital in Brockton and started driving to Dighton.
Yeah, here in Brockton, the plow drivers really having a hard time keeping up with all of the snow. We're at a gas station here that is open, so they've been plowing this lot, and this is one of the few spots where people can come and fill up. They've been pretty busy here because they're right on 27 here in Brockton. Obviously, the governor telling people to keep off the roads. Thankfully, many people are doing that, but those who are venturing out, we've seen a lot of people going off the highways into ditches.
Weather conditions were whiteout, high winds, blizzard conditions. We had to travel very slow. It was almost about an hour to get there.
At 2:31, Michael Proctor calls Dighton officer Nicholas Barrows to assist with impounding Karen Reed's Lexus.
Look at this guy. Hello?
Nick Barrows.
Meanwhile, at 2:32, Lieutenant Brian Tully calls CERT Commander Kevin O'Hara, letting him know a search would be requested later. But why a delay? Tully maintained that his priority was the integrity of the search and the safety of the officers. However, that explanation doesn't make sense, because the longer the search was delayed, the darker and more treacherous the environment became. At 2:53 p.m., an alert is sent to Special Emergency Response Team members, asking for their availability.
Enjoy the day and wait for the storm to pass.
That's right, and check on your neighbors. That's really a headline today.
Massachusetts will have new blizzard conditions with whiteout conditions, reduced visibility. It's going to be really tough to get around. It is not recommended.
He had called me and said that they would be there in about 10 minutes.
We've got multiple stalled vehicles on the highway. Visibility is near zero. Proceed with extreme caution.
Trooper Proctor had asked me to contact our tow company to have them meet us at the residence as well. And I said once I hung up with him, I would contact the tow company and then respond to that address on Country Hill Drive.
Officer Nick Barrows calls Diamond Towing and requests for a truck to meet him at the Reed's address. At 3:05 p.m., Michael Proctor's sister, Courtney, sends him a text message.
She wrote, "The Canton thing is a homicide," and you wrote, "Don't say a word to anyone," correct?
Oops. Correct.
And then she wrote, "Of course not." Isn't that right?
Yes.
And then you wrote what?
In the very least, it's suspicious.
She then writes, "This is your livelihood." didn't she?
She did.
Meaning, this kind of case could make or it could break your career, right?
It was a fortuitous thing for her to say, considering his conduct in this case, including these messages to her, is ultimately what got Michael Proctor fired and broke his career. A few days later, he texted his sister saying he hopes Karen Reed kills herself. Courtney responded by saying, "Let's hope she does."
Did you see a problem in this exchange?
Nothing jumped out.
Yeah, this is just gross. And I love that he put this question by AJ here.
In this exchange?
Nothing jumped out at me.
Your sister's literally explaining that your family friends are suspects or possible suspects in a murder investigation that you're in charge of.
Right. You don't think that's weird? That doesn't jump out at you?
At 3:10 p.m., O'Hara finally receives the search location from Tully. The message was sent as Proctor and Buchanan arrived at the Reed residence, underscoring that the second search and the vehicle retrieval were synchronized efforts. Dighton officer Nick Barrows is arriving to the Reeds' home. Proctor and Buchanan arrive too. They immediately encountered another obstacle, one that threatened to slow everything down. The Reed home sat on a private way which would need to be plowed before Karen's vehicle could be accessed.
We walked down the driveway, and then we observed Miss Reed's Lexus parked in the driveway, the front of it facing one of the garage doors. And that's when we observed the broken taillight on the right side of the vehicle. We then proceeded to the front door. The snow was about up to our waist, and knocked on the door and was greeted by Mr. Reed.
While the troopers go inside, Officer Nick Barrows calls in a plow.
I had contacted the highway superintendent
Love this
after
guy.
speaking with the troopers about how to retrieve the vehicle since the driveway was untouched and had about a foot of snow.
We need you to head over to plow a driveway for the state police. I just texted you the address. Got it.
We're invited into a large living room area. Miss Reed is seated on a couch, and her parents, William and Janet, are present for the conversation and kind of standing off to the side.
And that conversation goes on for approximately how long?
Approximately half hour, 40 minutes. After confirming the phone Miss Reed was holding was in fact hers, we told her we were seizing the phone and we'd be writing a search warrant for that.
Meanwhile, outside, a path is being cleared for the flatbed truck to back in and seize the Lexus. This is where the timing becomes difficult to ignore. About 30 minutes
Absolutely
after Proctor
not
and
the
Buchanan
same
entered
shoe.
the house,
Thank you,
at
Sue.
3:48 p.m., the CERT team was notified that a search had been approved. It appears that the moment Proctor confirmed the Lexus was coming back to Canton, Tully was informed, and the machinery was set in motion.
Huh. A hell of a theory, Richie.
You come back outside of the home, is that correct?
Yes.
And where is the vehicle at this point?
That is being put on the tow truck.
At 4:12, the Lexus is being secured onto the flatbed truck. Proctor made sure not to take any photos of the
Dude, you don't even know your fucking martial arts people, bro. This is clearly Tony Jaa.
tail light or of anything else while in Dighton. A strange decision, considering he could have sent it to the CERT team to aid their search. But there was something he didn't know.
You were unaware that there was Alarm.com surveillance footage of the area from which the car was seized.
We see the wheels spinning in reverse as the driver tries to free her SUV. Michael Proctor didn't know this footage existed when he lied about the times he seized the vehicle on his report, to make it appear that he arrived back in Canton much later than he did.
You signed numerous affidavits under oath, claiming that you did not seize Miss Reed's vehicle until 5:30 p.m. on January 29, 2022.
It was an important part of the cover-up. If he seized the vehicle later, he couldn't have gotten back in time to plant evidence. But this video exposed him. He couldn't simply make it disappear or alter it because it came from the Reeds themselves. Caught in another lie, He simply manufactures a new one to explain it away.
When I incorrectly transcribed the times, it was on the first affidavit I had written. And then as I
I made
continued to write
another
other
one,
search warrants,
and then
I used
another
that as
one.
a template. So I never caught it on the first one, and that's the reason those times are off.
Michael Proctor is a national embarrassment.
That shit is very funny to me, dude. Like Proctor's explanation, and then AJ going and paused right there, and and then Microdot's fucking chimes in with, Michael Proctor is an American embarrassment. That shit is amazing. Hold on, I gotta see that one more time.
Continue to write other search warrants. I use that as a template. So I never caught it on the first one, and that's the reason those times are off.
Michael Proctor is a national embarrassment. He lied about the times because he knew it was a dead giveaway. What they had done
Michael
would just be
Proctor
way
is
too
a
obvious.
national embarrassment.
The claim was so absurd that several jurors laughed. You can't see them on camera, but Alan Jackson is seeing them. And Karen's body language says everything.
Totally.
She makes eye contact with at least two of them. Watch again.
Yeah, look at Karen.
So I never caught it on the first one, and that's the reason those times are off on the other
Like,
side.
bro, are you serious right now, bro? Like, yo, are you all buying this shit? Because, dude, this is fucking ridiculous.
Affidavits I wrote.
So the first one was false, and then every single one after that was false too.
The problem with his explanation is that the initial report containing the false time was written only days after the event. At that time, whatever he put in a report became the truth. No one had ever seriously challenged it. Never in his wildest dreams would he have imagined this case would blow up the way it did, which explains the sloppy decisions made in its earliest stages. Decisions that he would be forced to present ridiculous excuses for. That virtually no one actually believed.
Nobody believed that
The
shit.
camera catches the lower portion of the tail light.
There it is.
When compared to the photo taken after Proctor took possession of the vehicle, the inconsistencies are obvious. There appears to be more red light being emitted than the picture taken later would allow.
And in the newest interview with the jury foreman, acquittal daddy, this dude was like, yeah, it was a taillight. It was the picture, the image of of Karen's SUV being towed and seeing the taillight intact. That's all I needed. Just bullshit. Something fucking shady was going on here.
But there was something else. What Officer Barrows would later testify to about the taillight based on what he saw on scene would be devastating, leaving very little doubt in the view of the public that Michael Proctor planted evidence.
Is that consistent, this photograph consistent with the condition of the taillight as you saw it on January 29th, 2022?
Hell no!
At just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Absolutely not.
The Lexus is secured to the truck, and they prepare to embark on the treacherous journey back to Canton. At that same time, O'Hara, along with other CERT team members, begin to make their way to 34 Fairview Road. In theory, towing the Lexus and conducting the search of the scene were two separate events, having no effect on each other. But in reality, the search progressed in lockstep with the effort to retrieve the vehicle. And soon, they would collide.
They would collide.
At 4:15 p.m., the troopers begin following the tow truck en route back to the Canton Sallyport, 35.3 miles in a blizzard. A curious decision, considering there was a better-equipped Massachusetts State Police barracks close by. The Middleborough facility is a heated structure with 12 service bays built to support vehicle maintenance operations. It was a far better option than the Canton Police Station, because it was free of Canton police officers who had already been conflicted out of the case.
Why did you choose to bring the vehicle to the Canton Police Department if the Canton Police
Why did you choose to bring the vehicle to the Canton Police Department?
detectives were not working on this case?
Slime merchant Hank Brennan misleads the jury. The issue is not that Canton police weren't working the case, but that they were conflicted off it, Critical evidence should never have been stored in their facility.
They had a heated storage facility, being the Sally Port. We needed to preserve the vehicle as best we could away from the elements.
Right.
I drove my vehicle and followed the tow truck back to the Canton Police Department.
Where was Mr. Proctor?
In my front passenger seat.
In my front passenger seat, we were rocking out. I'm sorry, rocking out. Yeah, we were rocking out to Creed. Scott Stapp is God.
Since Jen McCabe last spoke to Michael Proctor at 1:24 p.m., she's been on a non-stop marathon of calls with Brian, Nicole, Julie, Matt, and Kerry Roberts, who trusts the police and believes she's helping, but is really being programmed by Jen for her interview later this evening.
She's telling them everything.
At 4:55 p.m., the sun sets over the region. The snowfall is still intense and won't let up for 4 more hours.
Shot glass. It happens.
The timeline supports the inference that coordinated communications took place on the return to Canton, involving Proctor, Tully, and Chief Berkowitz. We know this because he's already out front, awaiting their arrival. It's a few minutes to 5:30 p.m. Chief Berkowitz is parked in the front driveway of Canton PD, waiting for the convoy to arrive. There he is. And here they are. The tow truck passes the camera. Proctor and Buchanik follow. And then Chief Berkowitz turns around and follows behind them.
Oh, shit. Berkey! Too bad he can't
Berkowitz waited
testify.
out front is unclear. The circumstances, however, suggest an awareness of urgency. He knows how important this is, and it's already 5:31. The search is just starting now, right up the road from here. They can't afford to lose even 5 minutes. He comes walking into the Sallyport at 5:32 p.m. after parking the cruiser. He greets and shakes hands with Michael Proctor and then Buchanik.
Is that true?
Both parties' objective is to protect the Alberts.
He was out on medical leave?
The video cuts for 1 minute and 31 seconds. The video cuts again, lasting 1 minute and 26 seconds. This footage is riddled with time jumps. I won't call all of them out, but there's almost 12 minutes missing from the total runtime. Chief Berkowitz escorts them to the door leading inside, then realized his access card was still in the cruiser. He steps out briefly to retrieve it. Buchanik is on the left, wearing a cap, and Proctor is on the right, with his hood up, wearing a black knit hat with a small white logo in the center, and carrying a black folio in his hands. Chief Berkowitz returns with the access card. They proceed inside. However, Michael Proctor notices the driver pulling in with the Lexus, and he turns back to speak with him. This is the video that the Commonwealth inverted, attempting to mislead the jury. However, what you are seeing is the corrected orientation The taillight appears to be damaged.
Yeah, man. Like, I wish I could see all of fucking Rafferty's texts. I wish I could see all of Rafferty's texts, all of fucking Berkey's texts from that night. Oh my God.
But it's not on the rear right side, an inconsistency that raises suspicions of video manipulation. The driver snaps a photo of the front license plate. Michael Proctor walks to the damaged taillight on the rear right side. He appears to be focused on it. There's a 10-second jump cut where Proctor is alone with the vehicle, standing at the taillight before anyone else has seen it pull in. An ideal window of opportunity. The driver walks out. There's an apparition of an unknown male walking out the door, probably the driver again. Michael Proctor follows. An unknown uniformed Canton officer spontaneously generates.
Spontaneously generates.
Out steps Buchanek and Berkowitz. Proctor returns. Being outside was another opportunity, perhaps to pass evidence to someone waiting there. However, it's unclear exactly when the taillight was removed and how it traveled to 34 Fairview. A second unknown uniformed Canton officer has entered from the left bay door.
Probably Berkey's son.
Our three heroes stand looking at the taillight. Berkowitz is closest to it. Approximately in this area, exactly where we'd expect him to be if he was touching it. He takes a step and leans in close to say something to Proctor while they are facing the tail light.
This is wild, bro.
Watch Buchanek closely. He steps towards the vehicle, then bends down close to it. But he doesn't realize a Canton officer is entering behind him. And when the door shuts, it startles Buchanek. He backs away and turns to see who it is. It's just a Canton officer. Nothing to worry about.
Wow.
He looks directly at the tail light as he walks by. What he sees, he will never disclose. Assistant Chief Helena Rafferty enters from the left side.
There she is.
She waves, picks up a snow broom, then walks out. Proctor, Buchanek, and Berkowitz are still gathered around the tail light. Buchanek steps to look around the vehicle, I believe to see if Helena Rafferty is still there. She needs to be kept in the dark. Chief Berkowitz checks his watch. They are right on schedule, and introduces a few Canton officers to their important guests. It's now 5:40 p.m., at least according to the timestamp.
Now, no, I don't think Deaver was in there. When we were watching this, okay, now myself and Tom CPU were in the courtroom when they were first showing the Sallyport video. It wasn't until the next day that they showed that it was inverted. But myself and Tom CPU were in the courtroom, and then the next day it was me and BLT that were in the courtroom. Now, the first day, Tom CPU caught something that was interesting. Tom CPU caught the fact that, because now remember, I don't know if Bukaki had testified to this yet, but there was a pattern of snow when the SUV first pulls in to the Sallyport. There is a perfect pattern of snow that is built up in the shape of where the car was parked, which would indicate that the snow that was on the roof of an SUV had fallen off in that shape. Right? But we don't see that. We never see that. So we believe, and Tom CPU is like, that's not the first time. Now, this was sharp on his part. He's like, that's not, like, that can't be the first time. Because if the Sallyport is heated, then whatever vehicle was in there before, that snow would have been melted. Right? And how was it in the perfect shape of the SUV to pull right into? It's almost like whoever was driving it was just instinctively pulling it right into where the shape of that snow had fallen off of the vehicle onto the floor of the Sallyport. So I believe that this SUV was pulled into that spot beforehand and then that video's gone. But Buchanan says himself that the Sallyport's heated. So, and that's the reason why they went to Canton.
The Canton officers keep their heads down and focus on pushing
That's
snow.
what I think, is they did a retake.
Buchanan fetches the dolly. It will be used to hold up yellow tape.
Right.
Rafferty returns the snow broom, then exits the garage. She stays away from what's happening in the back corner. A wise decision. An unknown person wearing all black walks outside. It appears to be a new character. Just as the Canton officer leaves to get yellow tape. They need privacy from prying eyes. Buchanan attempts to close the bay doors, but doesn't know how. He seems concerned about who can see what they're doing, prompting Chief Berkowitz to radio dispatch, perhaps to Kelly Dever at the desk.
Close the bay doors.
There's a record of this happening at 5:42, which seems to verify the timestamp's accuracy. It's just Proctor, Buchanan, the chief, and one unknown Canton officer left. Together they hang yellow tape. We've seen a total of 6 members of the Canton police force inside the garage. Every one of them had a conflict of interest, and none should have been anywhere near the SUV. The unknown Canton officer leaves. Now it's just Proctor, Buchanan, and Berkowitz.
Brother Preach!
Karen's Lexus.
I haven't seen you
and
in
2
forever,
cameras.
man. It's good to see you.
They walk towards the back of the vehicle. Michael Proctor steps over to study the undamaged tail light. Then turns back. He points as if he's comparing something. It's 5:46 and 52 seconds. This is where footage from camera 1 rather arbitrarily ends. Then blackout. For 3 minutes and 53 seconds, we have absolutely no view of what is occurring in the Sallyport. And it happens precisely as the 3 suspects are gathered around the tail light. At some point between the start of the footage and this moment, it is believed that broken pieces were removed and transported to 34 Fairview in time for the second search. There is no question they had the time, motive, and opportunity. And then, all of a sudden, at 5:50, like magic, the lights turn back on. The second security camera captures a close-up from an optimal vantage point, looking directly at the rear of the SUV. This footage, provided by Canton PD, skips 47 minutes and picks up here at 5:50 p.m.
Wow.
And although it's severely distorted, it appears to capture only Proctor and Buchanan, still gathered by the taillight. Chief Berkowitz's current location is unknown. Within the video clip, a single frame of color came through that we can examine, but it suffers from extreme blown-out highlights and large flat areas of black that hold almost no usable detail. This level of distortion creates so much visual mud that it's impossible to make a definitive call on what we're actually seeing. However, whatever tampering they did had to have happened in the missing 47 minutes before this footage begins, because we wouldn't expect them to turn over a single frame, even in this poor condition, that shows the back of Karen's car before it was altered. Therefore, as we analyze all of this footage, remember, the most incriminating portions were likely edited out.
That would have been the only video that would establish the actual condition of the taillight the moment the SUV arrived in police custody.
The timing is
south.
everything.
But there is something else deeply troubling about this video. How can it be this poor in quality when the same camera produced clear, full-color footage just 2 days later?
Right.
When Mass State Police Forensics was processing evidence. By then, there was nothing else to hide.
And who's that fucking chick in the at the DA's office? The one supposedly who helped Krusty Panties with her videos? I forgot her name. But I don't think we're saying her name enough.
Burkenik and Proctor both attempted to explain the jump cuts by claiming
Colleen,
the cameras were
thank
motion
you.
activated. Like most of their explanations, it fails because the jumps occur while things are moving.
Did you notice that there were obvious portions
There it
of
is,
the video
Colleen Crawford.
that in which individuals just seem to appear or apparate out of nowhere?
It's not a smooth recording of the events.
No
When
shit.
the motion triggers the recording, the video appears as if a person
Just disappears.
Dude, that was
He's
dope.
blowing smoke. There's no good technical explanation to account for why. A camera would suddenly scramble or decide not to record footage only at highly contentious times.
Right.
That requires human intervention.
Human
And when
intervention.
Michael Proctor produces videos that omit only the moments that would show him tampering with evidence.
Look at this guy, bro. Like, he's like fucking farting into a couch right fucking now, bro. Look at him. He's just fucking just letting him rip into a couch right now, bro. Look at that shit.
That's a serious problem. And there are others. Why wasn't all of the police department's security footage turned over? There's cameras everywhere. Because if they did, we would see exactly who was coming and going at critical moments. We could pinpoint Higgins' activity throughout the day. We would know.
It's not the going that I'm interested in. It's the coming.
When Kelly Dever left the facility, and we would know who left the police station after Proctor arrived with the Lexus. Sometime before approximately 5:40 p.m., tail light fragments were moved from Canton PD to the crime scene. It was a short 1.4-mile drive.
At this point, it's not clear how he died.
By using visual references, we can recreate the scene and move through it.
Wow. That's fucking dope.
And look down on
That
it
is
from above.
fucking dope, dude. Richie's so badass, bro.
But how exactly could 6 tail light fragments be planted covertly over such a large area? It doesn't seem possible. Not until you learn that all 6 were found within inches of each other.
Right.
All of the pieces were found within a foot or so of each other, correct?
I believe I said within a few inches or a foot away. Yes, sir.
That would be an area approximately this size. A seemingly easy task for an unidentified actor to scatter quickly.
Hey, we got something.
The pieces were found beneath the snow, is what they told us. But none of the pictures show that. The only photo of the men involved shows none of them from the front. That omission appears deliberate, ensuring no one can be clearly identified or questioned. Lieutenant O'Hara testified that he supervised the line, while Tully collected the evidence as it was found, alongside 2 unidentified Massachusetts state troopers and 2 unidentified Canton police officers in plain clothes.
You've indicated that there were other individuals who you noticed were at the scene. Is that right?
Yes, there were non-cert members on scene, sir.
Those were members of either Massachusetts State Police or Canton Police or both. Is that right?
I believe it was both, yes, sir.
And you did not recognize those individuals?
I recognized one of the state police members. I believe a second one was also a state police member that I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
And then 2 other members that I believe were Canton Police, but again, not familiar with them.
And these individuals were obviously, it's dark, you're not paying attention to them, you're not paying attention to what they're doing. And did they come at your direction?
They did not.
Did they come at the direction of any of your staff members, any of your colleagues?
No, we did not request them, sir.
What he just said is unnerving. Multiple unidentified individuals, none
Totally.
authorized or requested by him, picked up shovels, and inserted themselves into the search effort.
Okay, so they were there for some reason other than why you were there.
That's correct.
There's no reason.
They don't even know, or more likely won't say, who was present on that site.
That whole
Nor is there any
scene-
record of who exactly.
That right there should have made the whole scene be considered contaminated. Anything found on there is fucking contaminated. Like the fact that they even just left it like completely without any, like they just left it all day anyway. Which is fucking insane. They just left it all fucking day. And now there's fucking just random fucking randos just digging through the shit like it's all good and nobody knows who the fuck they are. Explain that shit. Like why, like justify that.
Discovered the taillight fragments. What are we to make of this? None of it makes sense. A veteran investigator like Brian Tully fully understands the necessity of recording the fundamental details of an evidence search, especially in the death of a cop. That's why it's hard not to suspect the names weren't recorded, because there were people involved who had absolutely no business being there. But what is truly remarkable is the first piece was recovered by 5:45 p.m., just 15 minutes after the search began. An incredibly short amount of time to locate what amounts to a needle buried in a haystack. They would go on to find 5 more pieces right in that same small area in quick succession.
When it makes absolutely no sense that Gallagher didn't find any red pieces of taillight in shallow snow with a leaf blower, but found a clear piece of glass. Makes absolutely no fucking sense.
At 6:15 p.m., after only 45 minutes, the search is called off by Brian Tully. They have what they need to satisfy the powers that be. The crushing pressure that had been building since early that morning over the unexplained death of a Boston police officer was instantly released. Brian Tully leaves 34 Fairview and travels to the Canton police station to meet with Michael Proctor and Yuri Bukenik. We don't know exactly who else was in that room, but I have little doubt they were going over the finer points of the case they were manufacturing against Karen.
At the end of the night, members of my office met in a conference room at the Canton Police Department to exchange information.
At this early stage, after everything they had so carefully orchestrated that day, it was absolutely critical to get their story straight. However, they were feeling great about the cover-up. Everything was on track. A cop's murder wrapped up with stunning speed. They'd protected the Alberts and seemed to have gotten away with it. Michael Proctor would text his friends about it a few hours later.
Your friends wrote this whole thing, in their words, stinks. And you admitted, in your own words, that the cop homeowner wasn't going to, quote, catch any shit. Because you were out to quote, make this cut and dry.
Michael Proctor took a risk, one that he assessed the chances of getting caught for to be near zero, likely believing that as long as he held the badge and controlled the evidence, no one would ever put his actions under a microscope.
Nope.
After all, the lead investigator's work is almost never scrutinized to this degree. His career is gone. His name is poison, a cost that he and his family will carry forward for decades, all of it squandered, just so another, more powerful family could walk free. He should have fought for John O'Keefe. Instead, his ethics collapsed under the massive weight of Brian Albert's power and standing. The game was rigged. They controlled the police, the courts, and the machinery of government meant to hold them accountable. But once in a while, the black swan appears. A card lands that no one expects. And when it does, the entire house comes crashing down.
Karma,
Not
bitch.
so much as objectively investigating her, as objectifying her.
These are your words, Trooper Proctor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead and say them.
Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. No nude so far.
Jesus.
You were looking for naked photographs of Miss Reed.
Yes, she's a babe. Weird Fall River accent, though. No ass. Going through his retarded client's phone right now.
Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. Those were your words, right?
No nude so far.
No nudes so far. Did you find any nudes of Karen Reed?
This channel also supports Adam Deitch.
What Proctor texted was unacceptable. What's come to light is unacceptable and outrageous, and it's exactly why the colonel of our state police, Colonel Noble, fired him.
Waiting to lock this whack job up.
She was a whack job. Who are you referring to there?
Miss Reed. Miss Reed.
It's part of an oath that you took. You swore that oath. The person that you were investigating, you referred to your bosses as retarded.
Oh yeah, bro.
Those disclosures involved thousands of text messages discovered on Proctor's cell phone that contained racial slurs and offensive and inappropriate language.
If you like women who shit themselves.
Jesus
Trooper Proctor, Karen Reed, in your investigation, had quickly become a very serious problem for you, hadn't she? And your response was, hopefully, she kills herself.
What's up, Trial Channel? I just dropped the link for Microdot's Patreon, so make sure to join. So you get access before anybody. Now, people, you gotta give it up for our man Microdots, dude. Another banger. People, phone lines are open. Let's take some calls. Now, I'm not getting petty tonight, but callers are free to talk about whatever they want. If I don't want to talk about it, I'll tell you I don't want to talk about it. JC Music Man, thank you so much. Hold on, it gets a song.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. How dare you?
The real crime scene was processors, 5 folks, blah, 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 blah. Nothing funnier than smug confidence. Thank you, JC Music Man.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Miss Cameo.
Hi, Miss Cameo.
It is a pleasure to finally speak with you. It's my first time ever calling into a show.
Right on. To any show?
To any show ever.
Another Cherry Boys. Woo! All right, go ahead. What's up?
So I found it really adorable when you reacted so excitedly to me being a middle school teacher that watched your show.
Oh, that's you?
Yes, that's me.
Oh,
I'm a
right
middle school
on.
teacher.
Yes, I win. I win.
Yes. And I've been thinking about it for a while, and I just wanted to be able to talk to you because I thought it was so interesting the way you talked about your education experience.
What education experience?
Yeah. So I'm a relatively young teacher.
Okay.
And I went through a terribly racist education system. I'm an Indigenous woman.
Okay.
And I'm very lucky to teach at a Native charter school.
So you're like
And
you're like the girl from Yellowstone. She's a teacher too.
minus the fact that the actress is an actual Native American and
Wow.
she's cosplaying.
Yeah, she's cosplaying. Yeah, that's not okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Didn't mean to derail.
But
Go ahead.
no, you're good. I love it. I have ADHD too. It's great. When I was watching you, I didn't realize that one of my students reminded me exactly of you. And
Okay.
it made me giggle because I had to get after this kid a couple times. He's actually one of my little cousins.
Oh, right on.
And he is so charming in like the most annoying way because this kid will interrupt me in the middle of a lesson, derail me, get me on some whole other topic, and I have to reel myself back in. And I'm like, can you not play off my ADHD in class? And suddenly we're halfway through a lesson and he's leading it. And so at this point, I've just woven him into my education as one of my group leaders. And I feel like you would have been one of those kids that if you
No,
would have
I
been
was
given a
the
little
one that
bit
kicked
more.
out of class. I was the one.
He would have been kicked out of class.
I was disrupted
if I
as
didn't
fuck,
give him-
and then they made me take my desk and sit outside, and then I would just go to sleep.
See, that's what these kids do. They want to get kicked out.
Yeah.
But I tricked them into having fun in my class, and they end up.
Oh, I
losing
had
the
fun.
discussion.
I had fun, and then it got me kicked out. But yeah,
I'm not-
like, but
I don't
I
think so.
I enjoyed driving my teachers crazy. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed testing limits. I enjoyed
They
testing their patience.
try. They try, but I have just
Yeah.
as much ADHD as they do.
See, you're just a
So
better
they
teacher.
can't
You could,
win.
right? Yeah. See, I might have. You would have probably been my match, where I would have been like, oh, okay.
And that's what I enjoyed. So
Game
it's my
on.
first year teaching, actually. And what's crazy is I actually kind of grew with your channel and the Turtle Boar story like into college and into university. So I started on the other side. Like I was anti-Karen Reed. And slowly I started to like pay attention and read and analyze. And as I'm going through my program and studying, I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot. I have been listening to all this propaganda and KP, and I was like finally getting into it. And I sat there and I was listening and I'm like, holy moly, I have been utterly duped into believing like bullshit. And I watched the first trial and the second trial entirely. And it is so crazy to have gone from so anti to now being a subscriber to your channel, a huge fan.
So
first
you
time ever talking on a
actually
show.
you thought Karen was guilty at first?
Yeah, before the trial, like I was,
Okay.
I have been convinced by
Walk us through like what changed your mind, like what made you think she was guilty, and then what made you start to think she wasn't.
So I had watched a lot of trials at that point. The pandemic made me watch court, and I was like, okay, this is just another case
Yeah.
of alcohol, you know?
Right.
I grew up with alcoholics in my family. I'm super anti-drunk driving. It's one of those things that.
So would you say you were already influenced by personal feelings towards the circumstances?
Oh yeah, at first,
Okay.
and then I went, that's not how I'm supposed to be.
Right.
You know, it's innocent until proven guilty, and I like reeled myself back in, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch the trial.
I love.
And when I watched it, I went, holy shit, this is fucking crazy.
So you didn't really look at you didn't hear about any of the evidence. You didn't look at any statements or reports or anything like that until the trial. You didn't actually do a deep dive until the trial.
the first trial, I was watching it, and then as soon as I heard some of the like craziness, I was like, okay, I got to get more info.
Okay.
And then rabbit hole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, the same thing happened to, the thing was, is most of us here, a lot of people got into it because of Turtle Boy's reporting, of course.
Of course.
And then, but for me personally, it was actually other creators from another community who I found to be very reliable, and very logical and rational and very analytical. And they were like, I was just on a panel with them, and they were like, yeah, the Karen Reed thing, like and one of them was like, I think she's innocent. And I was just like, really? Because I remember hearing about it. I remembered hearing about it at the time. And this is 2 years ago, mind you. And I remembered hearing about it at the time and being like, so like, I heard about this like a year ago. It was, I thought she was just drunk and she, ran over her boyfriend, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I didn't think nothing of it. And then they told me, she was like, nah, you need to look into that. Like, cause I think she's innocent. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, like you can't look at news reports. You can't look at anything. Don't follow Turtle Boy yet. Look at, cause you're going to hear a lot about Turtle Boy. But look at just the witness statements, the reports, all the stuff. And then somebody sent me, Sleuthy Goosey had a spreadsheet on everything, like, and made it real easy. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to talk about this case. I'm going to educate myself on this case, but I'm going to stream myself educating myself on it. Right. And then people just gravitated.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm
No.
so sorry. My ADHD.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, people just gravitated because they were like, because I was learning about the case, like in real time, and I'm looking over.
That's how
everything.
I came into it all.
Yeah. And I just started asking questions. So I was already team Karen Reed, free Karen Reed before the first trial started. I had already I was already teetering that direction. And that's when I was like, I need to talk to this Turtle Boy guy. And then I got him on here.
I had been influenced by kind of foolishly. I had been following Keat beforehand for a completely different thing she had been following. I didn't really know anything about Turtle Boy. I knew she talked about him, but I didn't really care so much. And I had followed her because she was talking about this guy Chili DeCastro, and he was super big little cow. He was an idiot, but so I followed her on occasion. So I liked watching her roast him. I was watching it for drama, and then the trial coverage was weird.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I can't handle this. I'm going to go over here. And at first I didn't follow Turtle Boy because I still had some, propagandized resentment.
All right.
I want Emily D. Baker and
I'm sorry.
Now
I apologize. I interrupt this program for a moment to bring you a special report.
100%.
If this is true right here, there may be a petty stream. It may just happen. Man, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Like, I was chill, dude. I was chilling. I was fucking chilling.
Well, petty comes first,
I mean, I'm still gonna do this. I'm taking some calls and we're gonna chill and hang out, man. And look, my man right here, my man's in the house. Richie Microdots. We just watched your video, dude. Another fucking masterpiece. This shit was amazing, by the way. Like, really good. I don't know. I think you get better and better. I feel like you get better and better. Like, that shit was amazing. That was fantastic. But so yeah, like after the first trial and everything, you just got just sucked into it, man. That's wild.
Oh,
but you weren't. But
you
were never. See, I thought you meant that you were just like, I thought you meant.
I was never an anti.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I apologize on that. I should have been. I've never been insane.
Okay. Because I love that you were like. I love that you were like, okay, wait a minute, this isn't right. Innocent until proven guilty. Let me watch this trial. If she is saying that she's innocent, then let me hear her side, And you were like really open to. I love that. I love that. Not, and in considering the circumstances that you said already, you had personal feelings about the fact that, your history with alcohol and in your family and loved ones and things like that. That says a lot about your character, that you're still willing to listen to facts, evidence, and not let that influence you.
I worked really hard to get there.
It takes a lot of work. It does. Yeah.
It's a lot of therapy, a lot of being willing to be wrong. And honestly, I'll give it to my dad for raising me on like Mythbusters and science, because my motto is failure is always an option. And I love failing because it means I'm going to learn something, because eventually I'll succeed. And so my whole life, I've never been afraid of being wrong, because that just means I've learned.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. I used to, I was just always bummed out and felt sorry for myself and shit like that. And,
hard.
Yeah. Making excuses. And, I was that kind of guy, and everything was everybody else's fault. And then I just got low, and then just decided I didn't want to be the person that was I was always going to hit the same brick wall. And it was a fatal one. And so I just decided to change the way I looked at things. And it takes a lot of hard work, man. It takes a lot of self-awareness and accountability, and it is tough, and
that's why I like you, though, because you're aware, and that's fun. Because my journey is very similar.
Yeah, it's like once you figure that shit out, dude, it's like it's quite empowering.
Oh yeah.
And like there's no way to lose. You know what I mean? Like there's no way.
On my side of it was very much, I'm an Indigenous person. I pass as white. So I had a lot of struggles outside of the community. And eventually one of my professors went, "You're being dumb. You're studying and getting a degree in American Indian Studies. You went to an Indigenous school for your senior year. You work with Indigenous kids. Stop being stupid." And I went, "Oh, I'm stupid." And just corrected course, got engaged with my community, and it's a small community, and started, learning about the law, just getting away from drama. I got off social media for the most part. And suddenly I'm taking care of my mental health. I'm working with people in my community. I'm getting involved in, art and my spirituality.
That's badass, man.
Now I'm a teacher. And straight up, I started following you before I was a teacher. And now I'm a teacher.
Wow.
And now after work, after wanting to strangle some of my middle schoolers because they're so obnoxious and rude, I come to this stream to be chill and have fun.
I love it. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, I don't want to take up all your time.
No, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed talking with you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, I'll definitely call in another time. I'm glad our ADHD bounced off each other like that. I will leave. This was awesome. And continue having a great stream.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
All right. This phone's going to ring for a second, but you guys are going to have to give me a second. All right, I guess we lost that caller. Let's try this one.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
I guess we lost that caller.
Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm having a great time.
Right on.
So I sent you an email. I got a delay here. Let me turn my TV off.
Yeah, do that.
I sent you an email about the Aaron Spencer stuff. Did you get a chance to look at any of it?
I have not, but I got the email. Thank you.
Yeah, you need to dig into that. Defense Diaries is all over it.
I know, Bob. When Bob was up here, we talked about it for a minute. I remember now. When I did my clubber walk, it didn't ring a bell, but now I remember. Someone reminded me, and yeah. So, and I remember, but I could see that Bob was really passionate about it too.
Oh, they're on the road right now, headed down there.
Yeah. Right on.
So the 67-year-old pedo, he had relations with his 13-year-old daughter, had 43 sex offense charges against him, and the dumbass judge let him out on a $5,000 bond. He gets out with no contact, ends up picking up the girl again, and the dad realizes it and goes chases him down. They have a chase. He calls the cops, tells them he's chasing him, does a pit maneuver to stop him. He jumps out and appears to have a weapon, and the daughter is still in the truck, and he fucking shoots him and kills him.
Wow.
And now he's on trial for murder, but in the meantime, because this happened in 2024, he's running for sheriff for that county.
I love it, dude. That's some fucking, yeah. I remember Bob telling me, it reminded me of that Buford guy from Walking Tall.
And I tell you what,
Walking Tall.
I bet you,
some cool
even
shit.
if they got him convicted, I bet he'd still fucking win.
I hope so. That'd be fucking dope.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, man. I'd love to see that happen. I'd love to see that dude become like, dude, that's crazy. If he becomes sheriff,
yeah, I mean,
and he gets convicted, that's crazy. Like, how does that even work?
Like, the judge is
if you're
trying
a
to
convicted murderer, you can't be a cop. You know what I mean? So,
but the judge is trying to keep the press out of the courtroom.
Yeah,
trying to keep everything on seal. Because you think there's shady fucking shit.
Yeah, there's some good old boy bullshit going on there in Arkansas, you think?
Oh, hell yeah. Because how the hell did he get out?
Right.
With that many charges, and then he goes and picks up the one girl that he'd already raped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was a previous cop in Indiana. The 67-year-old. And he got in trouble doing some messed up shit there.
That dude needs to be free, bro. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, that dude needs to be free, bro. I don't give a fuck.
He fucking did what every father in America would do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've already told
I mean,
my
and
kids,
I don't give a fuck. Like, even the legalities of it. Like, what is he supposed to do? I mean, the guy's taking off with his kid, dude. Like, the guy's driving off with his kid. Like, and he's an offender. Like, you shoot that motherfucker.
I've told both my kids. I have 2 grandkids with my son, 1 with my daughter. I said, anybody touches those kids, I will go to jail for it. You need to raise your kids. I have no problem hunting a motherfucker down and going to jail for it.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Yeah, there was a whole other case, man, that I talked about years ago. So how I met Cherry on this platform, and it was intense, and it boiled down to what a father would do to protect his kid, and it went far. And now nobody knows what happened to Michael Long. Nobody knows what happened to Sophie Long. She's still a minor. Nobody knows, you know?
Well, people in the chat, the 67-year-old was previously a cop. The dad that killed him was ex-military. And I mean, he had the cops on the phone at the time he found him. Said, I got a gun on me and I'm pulling him over. Y'all need to get here before I do.
Right.
You know, and it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, they need to let that dude out. They need to just leave that dude be, man. Let him live his life, become sheriff. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
That's
and
what they
clean
need.
that shit up.
That's right. That's right. I love it. All right, I'm going
Me
to take
too.
the next caller. Thanks for calling.
Okay, dear. Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Will, it's Angie.
What's up, Angie?
Not much. Just hanging out tonight.
Okay.
Are you still going to Boston next week? Because I know it.
You better believe I am.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Like, I just hope that. I'm hoping that this new judge will just say, no, he needs to recuse himself, and then it'll go no pros, and then it'll be over.
Yeah. I mean, that would be fantastic. And if I get to be there for that, oh my God, that would be fucking great. I want to, like, if I get to be there to hug fucking Aiden, Bradle, and Betterow in that moment, dude, I'd be so fucking happy.
Yeah, you'd be hugging them for a bunch of people, like
man.
everybody.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the judge would like rule on that on the same day. I don't know like how he like we've.
I
only
mean,
seen him one
we
hearing,
could only
so-
hope it would be that easy, but you know, chances
Right,
are
right.
it's not gonna be. You know, chances are they're gonna just keep this going. Like, unless Cosgrove
Yeah.
just fucking taps out, dude. Like Cosgrove, like I feel like he's just had it, dude. Like I feel like he's just tired and it's just over.
Right.
It, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder. It makes me wonder if Mello hadn't gotten sick, if he would have been the same way by this point.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, who knows how fucking sick Mello really is? You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
I always suspected this is just like this is an unwinnable fucking case. This is a horrible situation to be in for a special prosecutor. A horrible situation.
Right.
Like, there's no way that this is going to go well. Like, if you're thinking about in terms of going all the way, trial,
Right.
you know, jury, like there's no fucking way you're going to sell this shit to a jury with the kind of defense that they have. There's no way.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, even if it doesn't make it, like, even if Cosgrove makes it past, like, this hearing or, like, this motion, like, given what is in the mega motion, I find it hard to believe that it could make it past that point. Like,
No.
even if he skates by, like, I don't see this, in my opinion anyway, I don't see it making it past the mega motion.
No, I mean, I hope not anyway, you know,
Right,
but
right.
I mean, dude, like,
Yeah, and
one thing the last 2 years have taught me is who the fuck knows it's Norfolk County. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, that is, at the end of the day, that is what I am saying is who the fuck knows it's Norfolk County, you know? And now it's Suffolk County. It's going to be in Suffolk County Superior Court, I think, which is weird.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna be in the
but
heart
man,
of Boston.
yeah, easier trip from the airport, man. Fucking, I'm stoked, and I am traveling in pure luxury. Shit, later after this stream, I got plenty of energy. It seems like there is petty material. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't even gonna do it, dude. And now there's petty material. So now I'm gonna go
Yeah.
over some petty content, I think. So once I end this, I'll set one up. People can become members and then they can watch it. It will be members only. The rules have not changed. It will be members only. I plan on living it up when I'm in Boston, my friends. So
Yeah, Danny's going over some petty too, so I'm like kind of switching back and forth between your stream and Rat House, and everybody went live at the same time tonight.
yeah.
So, but well, I hope you have a good trip next week, and
I absolutely
forward to-
have every intention on doing so. Thank you so much.
okay. Well, hopefully it won't be quite like the storm won't affect a whole bunch of stuff, and like it'll just breeze its way through and everybody will be good.
Right on. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this weekend is going to be rough here. Like, so, you know, I just hope it doesn't impede with my ability to get to the gym. So, because I'm doing like really well right now. Like, I'm in a fucking zone right now of like my diet and my exercise, and I feel fucking fantastic. So
yeah, my husband just got back from the gym too. He's starting to do good. Like, he's getting abs. It's nice.
I could see my abs, dude. It's crazy. Like, I got fat. Like, I busted my knee and I was laid up all summer and I was eating garbage the entire time and once in a while drinking, but I'm not drinking at all right now. I mean, I'm going to drink on the way to Boston, but I'm not drinking it at all. I haven't drank in months. And I've just been exercising a lot. And just the last few weeks, I've been like really knuckling down with my diet and I can see a difference. Like, it's crazy. And I put more cardio. I added more cardio to my regimen. So I'm like it's crazy. Like, I could actually see my abs. I'm still fat, but I could see them. I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna keep going, keep at it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had shoulder surgery in July, so I can't, like, I'm doing physical therapy and I'm finally getting stronger, but like, that's the only exercise I get.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, dude, it's not for everybody, man. I mean, everybody should exercise to some degree, just to feel better mentally, you know, like, it's always good.
Yeah.
There's no bad side to exercise, you know what I mean? Like, even if like you have an injury, there's a minimum that you can do, always, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, but I recommend it. I'm not saying you're fucking, you know, doing bad if you're not, you know. Like,
yeah, I also have 3
do you know,
to chase after.
Sure.
So, you know,
Sure.
I got a 5-year-old and 2 4-year-olds to chase after. So, you know, that's
Right.
my exercise too.
Hey, right on, man. Yeah, right on. You know, I mean, I feel lucky that I have a lot of time, and a lot of the reason why I spend so much time exercising is because if I squander my time, that's when I get into bad habits, you know, and so, you know, and just exercising is like a way of like, kind of like, it's kind of like a me and God thing. And I'm showing gratitude to God for having this, you know, arms and legs and limbs and be able to move and be able to breathe and be able to, you know, it's a gratitude thing. So, and I always feel great when I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you go so other people can call, and I hope you have a good weekend and you stay safe and all that, and have a great trip next week.
All right.
I have major FOMO because I want to go to Boston so bad.
Where are you located?
I'm in Idaho.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. So it'd be a journey for sure.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know, the more the merrier, man, to support Aiden, you know, I mean, the more the merrier.
Yeah, my friend and I are talking about, like, whenever he does announce the Wilbur, I'm like, I'll take out a loan if I have to. I want to go because the last one sounded so much fun.
It really was. Like, I can't describe the energy, you know. It was amazing. And I've played like shows where, you know, there was a good crowd, and I mean, they weren't there to see me or my band, but you know, we got to play and open for bands that did have a good crowd, you know, and like, it was nothing like, you know, that was great energy, but it was nothing like the energy that I felt at the Wilbur. That was wild.
Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get out there, because I was telling her too, I'm like, and it's a kill two birds with one stone, because like you'll be there and Nurse Kim will probably be there, so we'll get to meet a bunch of YouTubers
For sure.
while we're there.
It's just gonna be it's just gonna be a big celebration, I imagine. You know.
Yeah, especially if the charges are gone. Like that's gonna probably be even more like insane than the first one was, especially if he's like done with his charges.
Right.
I have a feeling.
Right.
So, all right. Well, have a good night, Will.
You too. Have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Robert Cosgrove.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, hey, Will Clara, especially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Oh my God, people, especially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. I thought this was going to be the one time he didn't call in.
Man, I wouldn't miss this opportunity. Good speaking with you. Thanks for having me on your presentation.
It's always a pleasure. I'm going to be seeing you next week, my friend. Are you excited?
I'm going to be up there, Will. I'm going to be representing, and I'm going to have my Velcros on, and people better watch the fuck out.
Why don't you just fucking quit?
Yeah, okay, I guess I could do that too, but
right.
I don't think so. I think I'll keep going.
Okay. All right, then. You do you, bro. How you doing, man? Doing all right?
Yeah, man. I've been chilling, chilling like a Commonwealth villain.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Don't ever do that again, but okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. But you know, I keep finding Tully in my basement burning my briefs.
Okay. Why are you burning your briefs, dude?
Well, I'm not burning my briefs. Tully's burning my briefs.
I took you for a boxers kind of guy. Like real baggy, blue pattern, you know, boxers.
Well, I think you're getting underwear and documents mixed up. I mean, my briefs. He's burning my briefs.
Burning your as in your briefs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. As in
It's
your
a double
lawyer,
entendre, if you will.
your
It's a
lawyer
play on
briefs.
words.
Well,
That's
shit,
right,
man.
that's right.
All right. Well, I thought
That's
you were
right, my
talking
friend.
about haberdashery.
Yep, he's down there doing crazy stuff, and you know, I have no way of letting him in. My wife lets him into the basement. She's in a chair. And if you'll remember, she's got that blue Snuggie around her, which I put up for my background.
Okay.
During the last Turtle Dove Ortiz presentation. But anyway, Will, will we be seeing you up there?
You will absolutely be seeing me up there, sir. I will be sitting right
Well, I'll
behind
tell you what.
Mr. Media,
I'll tell you
the
what.
mighty one, the Terminator. Watch them argue and wipe the floor with you. I'm going to be right there.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
going to be
I'm not
right
really
behind
looking
those
forward to
Velcros,
that,
my
Will.
friend. Right at the heels of those
What
Velcros,
I am
sir.
looking forward to, Will, okay, not so much that, but meeting you with my Velcro sneakers on, giving you a good handshake.
That's what I'm looking forward to as well, sir. I would like that.
Yeah, I
Very
don't want
much.
to talk about the Better Rose stuff because
I would like that.
You know what I mean?
As
Who wants
the
to talk
founder
about
of the founder of the Glare Institute of Law and stuff, I would like to shake my brother-in-the-law's hand.
yeah, and I'm gonna have my my plain gray or black suit on with my Velcro sneakers. I'm gonna shake your hand, but also, Will, I'm gonna stand back to back with you in solidarity.
Stand back to back with me in solidarity. Does that mean our bums?
That's right.
Does that mean our
In-
bums
in
will be
case someone
touching?
wants to ask us, in case someone wants to ask us questions, I got an answer for them. If you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't. I have no idea what you're saying.
All right, you don't get what I'm saying? God damn it. Okay.
Wait, let's watch the blasphemy up in here, bro. Okay.
I'm just saying, Will, if there's anybody coming down there to ask you questions, I'm going to stand back to back with you.
Oh, okay. You're talking about out in the. Okay, yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yes, yeah. It seems a lot of people are going to be.
Let them try it on my watch.
Yeah, exactly. People like me there
ain't gonna
more than
happen.
they like them. Yeah, they like me more than they like them. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
We're there to
Be all right.
support Turtle Boy in the name of free speech, and that's what we're there to do. Period. Okay.
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Clara, thank you for having me on your presentation tonight.
Well, thanks for being on my presentation. It's always a pleasure to have you, Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
I'll be seeing you up in Boston here soon.
Yes, you will. A week from tomorrow, my friend.
That's right.
All right. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, sir. Have a great night.
All right.
Go Clubber.
Go Clubber.
Hope he gets a squirrel.
All right. Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everybody.
Call from
Donald.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Donald.
Donald. What's up, Donald?
Will Aguilera, this is your Holly Sergeant from Worcester.
The Howie Sergeant from Worcester. How we doing? From Worcester.
Good, sir. That's the guy. That's the one. Where do I begin?
Where do you begin?
Watching the Microdot presentation of the SUV in the Sallyport. It hit me. You were right. When they had it on the flatbed, they backed the flatbed up to the open garage. Then they backed the SUV down off of the flatbed. Yet if they did it that way, it would expose the right rear taillight. So they had to drive it out, turn it around, and drive it in the other way. That left the snow behind.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
I hear you, bro. And it's hit me. Now, way back in the beginning, I used to do crash reconstruction. And we used mathematical formulas before all this electronic downloads and manipulation of code and stuff like that. Simple mathematical formulas: speed, time, distance, drag factors, resistance, friction.
Yeah.
They initially said she did a three-point turn. If you did the math on the 3-point turn, first story, when we go by their speed that supposedly she achieved it going reverse, after quote unquote she struck Mr. Officer O'Keefe, she still has to brake the vehicle, stop the vehicle, and then put it back and forward. But that takes time over distance to move from the gas pedal to the foot pedal. If you do the math for her, she would have traveled another 88 to 96 feet after striking John O'Keefe, which would have put her into the flagpole, the fire hydrant, and the trees.
There's all kinds of shit that fucking doesn't add up about that too. If Higgy's Jeep was there with a plow where he says it was,
number two,
Karen would have backed right into him. She would have crushed John with it, or he would have hit the plow. But
that's number two. The second story
but
was
she would have backed.
she
She would have backed into Higgins' plow.
Exactly, because that SUV is not stopping on a dime after she strikes him. So she's hitting something else either way. So you just throw away the computer crap. Do the math. Math doesn't lie.
Right.
Facts are stubborn things, as they say.
Dude, I'm saying it, bro. Higgins fucking killed John, dude. That's totally what I think,
bro.
Like, I mean, come on. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, everything tells me this. Dude, like, you're sitting there and you're looking at video footage of this motherfucker, and I absolutely believe that John went over to that house knowing he was going to fight Brian Higgins. I think he absolutely went over there thinking he was going to do that.
I'll tell you you're right, because the when she went into the bathroom and ghosted him, the coward couldn't talk to her, and then at the end pointing him out, let's go, bro. Are you coming here? 3 question marks. I know how cops are when they're drunk and they're fighting over girls, bro. Been there, done that. Not to that extent, but
dude, Higgy, Higgy has got baby carrot energy for days, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that is just textbook shit from baby carrot energy, bro. Like, that is textbook shit. The way he acted, the way that he was with Karen, the way that he fucking acted at the waterfall. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just get, and then all this shady shit after. Like, let's get real.
I got into a heated one many years ago after leaving the bar over a girl with a colleague, and it was going to go. And then I realized, you know, I was smart enough to go, you know what, this is so stupid. Let's just go home, you know? But it happens.
Yeah.
Back to now, taillights. There's taillights in the snow.
That was Brian Albert. Chris Albert was fucking trying to like talk Higgins down. Brian Albert intervened and he reprimanded Chris like, yo. And then it seemed like he was like, let's take this to my house. Let's get him over there. And then you fucking, you guys have it out. Fuck it.
That's exactly right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I think that like Brian Albert was
they didn't know what to do after
the
that.
only way to solve this. Like, this is the only way to solve this.
Then it went bad.
So
it was an accident.
Right.
It was an accident, but they were drunk and stupid and didn't know what the hell to do.
Right.
And then Brian Albert went, get this thing out of my house.
Right.
Because let's go to the taillights in the snow. When they find the taillights with the pictures now, why is there so much snow under the taillights when a crash happened, there was only a dusting to track a cat?
Right. Right.
And then the last thing, the Higgins interview with Bukaki. Are you kidding me?
Come on, dude. Like, bro, you know who made a great point? You know who made a great point? Emily C, dude. She did fucking great because, like, if you just look at the fucking difference between the Bukaki or the Higgins interview and the effort that fucking Bukaki put into fucking rubber duckies, bro. Rubber duckies, for fuck's sake. Like, he put 100 times the effort into that investigation, into that fucking unreal.
Let me tell you about all the reports I've taken, and you talk to somebody, a witness or whatever. It's he stated.
Right.
He stated. It's not I confirmed. You don't confirm stuff. You take a statement, and Brian Higgins stated that no one was in the house. He stated that. Then you do your investigation to either confirm it or not confirm it. You don't confirm it just because he said so. Oh, because he said there was no one in the house, it's confirmed. That report was so consciousness of guilt from Higgins.
Oh,
Holy
sure.
crap. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you this. And
he destroys his, like, he goes and he fucking wipes the messages from Karen and John. He wipes them before he's even interviewed, which is just a couple of days after the fucking incident, after the murder.
And like they said,
like,
if they found his text between him and her, he knew that he was going to be a suspect if you did it right. Like, wait a minute, what, you guys were diddly daddling around? So he had I want to tell you this up front. I just want to let you know. He was just laying the ground when these guys just,
you got it. Listen, Donald, you got an ATF agent who understands exactly what's going on here. Now you got two types of that ATF agent in that situation. You got the one who fucking who you got the one kind who fucking lies and covers up what he does, goes, this looks bad, so it's better for me to lie about it. Right? It's better for me to take these measures and come off like, and then go to the fucking Canton police and do all this shit, right? And then you got the other guy who's going to be like, well, I'm an ATF agent. I know how this looks. The best thing for me to do is just be straightforward and be like, I was talking to this woman and whatever. And then we were going to, hang out, maybe hash it out. I don't know. But the dude never came over, blah, blah, blah. The guy lying is the guy who fucking killed the victim, bro. The guy, the ATF agent who's fucking lying about everything and covering everything up and throwing away his fucking phone and fucking wiping his fucking texts. That's the guy that did it. That's not the ATF guy who goes, oh, fuck, man. You know, this might look bad, but I gotta fucking, I want to help in any way I can. The guy was my friend. You know? Like
100%. He the consciousness of guilt on Higgins is ridiculous.
100%. Yeah, there's too much shit. Like
couple quick things. Kelly Dever, and even all those unknown all those unknown people that showed up for the search. 4 of their overtime records, they weren't there on straight time. She was on overtime. That'll tell you when she actually left the building, or if she said she left at 3:45 or whatever, and she got overtime till 8 o'clock in the morning, then there's larceny. And these other guys that just jumped in, they got overtime records. There's paperwork out there for that. And I've been on plenty of searches with our vice squads and stuff like that. You keep track of who found what, who was doing what. It's all recorded. This thing was so bad.
You think they're doing that shit off?
Me.
Like they're doing that shit off the clock. Get the fuck out of here.
No way.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
And then Aiden made a great point too. Not too long ago, you know, with Proctor finding all these taillight pieces. I agree with Aiden. He just wrote down that he found them. He never went over there and found all these pieces later.
Oh no!
He just put it in the report.
Right. Right. And it's just a coincidence.
47 pieces 2 weeks later, and this thing is killing me. As a crappy constructionist, I'm dying.
Berkey drives by a couple days later and just happened by a piece of taillight and was like, "Look at this! Oh my god!"
They want to confuse everybody with the data, and it was an open file, but an open tab. No, go with the physical, basic, simple stuff. Basic, simple math and basic physical.
Oh yeah, Occam's razor is all over
happened.
this thing. Occam's razor is all over this thing. It's just you got these fucking people trying to gaslight and say no. You're just complicating things. No, it's very simple. Like if you just keep it simple, it's plain as day. Like Karen Reed didn't do this shit. And these people are fucking lying and covering it up. And the motive is in your face. The motive and the fucking aggression on video minutes before John O'Keefe is considered dead or is thought to be killed, allegedly. Right? Minutes.
And a fight that happened and an accident happened. But then when the accident happened, the cover-up became the murder.
Right.
Terrible. Hey, I hope you don't get too much ice over the next couple days down
I
there.
hope not either, man. I need to be able to get to the gym, you know? Like it's the only thing I'm worried about is not being able to go to the gym for the next week. Depending on how bad the snow is going to be.
We had both knee problems.
Yeah.
And when I was doing my my rigs on getting dragged by the stolen car. But mine's been better too lately.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I went and I did legs today. Yes, drop microdots. Thanks, man. Like I hate when he gives me money, but it's always nice. It's just like it's I know Richie's heart. You know what I mean? So it's always nice.
Yeah.
They're all gonna get diced. So, yes, I agree. They are all gonna get diced.
I'm hoping to make it out there Friday as well. I work a lot of overtime. I'm 190 days left till I retire, so I got to work as much as I can. So,
well, I appreciate you calling in, Donald. And I hope
we'll talk again soon. Hopefully to see you in Boston.
I hope I'll do
my best.
All right, right on.
All right, be safe, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, folks. It looks like I'm going to wrap this one up. And I'm going to set up another stream. I'm going to give people a chance to become members in that stream. I'm not going to, don't do it here. Just give me a chance to set it up. Okay. Got to let Clubber out because this is going to be a little while. I don't know how long of a stream it's going to be. It is pretty late. So I don't know how long of a petty stream it's going to be, but it looks like we're going to just wing it. It's going to be a free ball petty because I don't even know what's being said or what. So, but let's find out. But anyways, guys, I love you guys very much. You're fantastic. Remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. We will do this again very, very, very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.